Hello, today's a new day, so we read Proverbs 2 and Ezek.6. In Ezek.6, I like verse 7, people will be killed and they will fall among you, then you will know that I'm Lord. So I think that's like a big grim to wait to realize that God is that he reigns supreme. So you should like take note of the blessings that you do have and not place the responsibility like on luck or like karma or whatever, like, because that's a lot of times that's just stuff that discredits God. So make sure that you're realizing the good stuff that he does before you realize what he has to do bad, or whatever.
Judgment.
Yeah, right.
Right, because he is a God of justice and love. And what spoke to me is chapter 6, verse 13, where it says, "And under every green tree and under every thick oak." Right now we're under a tree, and they were referring to the idols that were being worshipped at the time. But God's promise, as far as in comparison to trees, is that when we're planted in the house of the Lord and the presence of the Lord, then we will flourish, we will prosper, and it's the opposite of death, what you were talking about. And that coincides with the chapter we would have gone over today, Psalms 92. It says in verse 12, "Righteous people flourish like palm trees and grow tall like cedars, trees in Lebanon. They are planted in the Lord's house. They blossom in our God's courtyards. Even when they are old and gray, they should still bear fruit. They are always healthy and fresh." Another version says fat and flourishing. They make it known that the Lord is decent. He is our rock. He is never unfair. Again, that is the Lord's justice. So even though so much is going on around us, a lot of mayhem, God is in control, and he'll look out for his people, and he knows the number of our days, and we still can be vibrant, doing the work of the Lord and enjoying his blessings. What about Proverbs 2?
Verse 4, "If you search for wisdom as if it were money and hunt for it as if it were hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God." That's verse 4 and 5. So people are very, very thirsty for money and things that are like tangible values that it just showed, like they showed you just the past couple of days how much that meant to them.
Yeah.
How they could flip someone's death into just gaining more for themselves. So the more you worry about the money and the things that will not matter in a few years, then the more your quality of life will just like lower even more. Like you're just worried about the wrong thing. So make sure that you're doing the most with your time and the best with your time.
Amen. And our sure protection, our sure security is when wisdom comes into our heart, knowledge is pleasant to our soul, foresight will protect us, and understanding will guard us. That's the best security system, and it will keep us from the evil ways and the ways of darkness and all the deviousness that's out here. And another version says it will deliver you from the evil and those who delight to do frowardness of the wicked. So let's stay in the paths of the Lord and know that he will continually